Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new, it's really good to have you. Today we are just filming a quick mukbang, however you say it, I can't pronounce it. Just all about kind of like relationships, nothing too heavy. And it's probably going to be a quick one. I always say this, but it's never quick. But hopefully it will be a quick one just because I've got so much to do today. Today's my day off and then I'm back at work for 5 days. I tell you, there's honestly not enough hours in the day. Like, there's genuinely not enough hours in the day. So I think it'll be a quick one from me. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, it's just all about relationships. I just thought it'd be a cool wee topic to touch on. I've got my McDonald's. Got my McDonald's here. Wouldn't be a mukbang for me if I didn't eat McDonald's. And then me and my sister actually went to town this morning and we both got drinks from Starbucks and got the reusable cups. These are amazing. And mine still has some of the strawberry left in it from my strawberry drink, but I've just put Monster in it because I'm really tired. But yeah, I'm just going to jump straight in because I'm really hungry. I've got questions written down on my phone. It's charging because I wasn't prepared. I never am. I wasn't prepared and I didn't charge it before I went out this morning. So it's fine. We got it. Everything's fine. So yeah, I'm going to get my food out because like I said, I'm starving. I just got chips, which aren't going to stay up, sour cream and chive dip, obviously. Me and my sister went to Starbucks. We did go to Starbucks. We went to McDonald's the other day, and I I sometimes get a wee bit flustered at the window, right? And basically, for whatever reason, despite the fact that we'd ordered sauce at the reorder thingy when they speak to you and you order, when we got to the window they asked if we wanted more sauce and I just was like, no, it's alright, we've already got sauce, and I was like, I couldn't work out why she was asking me and I got flustered, and then I was like, oh no, I've got sour cream sour cream dip, and I was so embarrassed and Rachel was just pissing herself. So obviously it's sour cream dip, like it's not sour cream dip, like come on, I'm not French, like. But it was just like I just got flustered and then I couldn't stop laughing, and then we had to go to the next window because our food was taking ages to get ready, and then he asked if we wanted more sauce and me and Rachel just burst out laughing. It was really bad. Yeah, I got nuggets, chips, dip, and yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start to munch because I'm away to go out soon in literally like half an hour to go and see my best gal Han because it's her birthday today. I love it when it's like my friends' birthdays. I get so excited, you know, like I just love celebrating the fact that they're alive because I just love them. Okay, first question is quite interesting. It says, you're religious, aren't you? Do you think sex before marriage is wrong? Calling myself religious is probably too strong a term for what I am. For those of you who don't know, I was brought up Protestant Christian. I went to church every Sunday with my family. I was quite involved in the church. Like I went to a youth group and stuff like that, and I was baptised there, like all that kind of stuff. But then I kind of made the decision to step away from the church after certain events and kind of certain things happened in my life and other people's lives that I didn't quite agree with how the church handled it and stuff like that, but that's not really the point of this. So saying I'm religious is probably, I would say it's a bit of a too strong a term. I don't want to offend anybody by acting like I'm actually properly religious when I'm not, but I would say that I do believe in God. I think that there is like a higher power, and that things happen for a reason because somebody has a reason, kind of thing. That's just kind of my take on things. If it's not yours, that's totally fine. I'm not here to start a debate whatsoever. But if that's what you would want to call religious, then yes. But I do not believe in the no sex before marriage. I don't believe in that. I don't think it's necessary, I guess. I personally think that sex can be quite an important part of a relationship when you love somebody. For me personally, and again, I'm not bashing anybody that isn't following my views or it doesn't agree with what I think, but for me, sex is between two people who love each other or who have very, very strong like connection or very strong feelings for each other. I have never been and will never be like a one night stand kind of gal. That's just not my thing. If that's your thing, crack on. All due respect to you, of course. But for me, I think it's a very intimate and a very personal thing, and it should be shared with somebody that you love. So no, I don't believe that you should be married, but yes, I do believe that it should be with somebody special, is what I'm trying to say. If you've never had this sour cream and chive dip from McDonald's, by the way, you're missing out. Also, these chips are very... don't know how to explain that. Don't know how to explain that, but they look a bit strange. Don't really know how to eat these. Oh god. I see people film these all the time and they make it look so good, and I just don't, because I'd have no patience to make myself look good when I eat. I just want to shove it all in my mouth. Please don't unfollow. How many boyfriends have you had? People that I would actually class that I was their girlfriend and they were my boyfriend. This looks like I'm thinking for a really long time, but I'm not. I'm almost 25 years old. I've got a lot of years to go back on, okay? It's not that I'm just counting through them. Four, I think. 2 of which were very short relationships, to the point where I don't even think I should count them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4. 4 in my 25 years. Almost 25 years. So happy. I've been in like relationships where you've been seeing each other that haven't really amounted to being together, like officially. But I wouldn't class that as boyfriend and girlfriend because we never really were, because they were too focused on other girls. What do you look for in a guy, looks or personality? Well, personality it outweighs looks 100%. If you are a stunning man but you've got the personality of a doorknob, then I'm not going to be attracted to you in the slightest. When I first met my boyfriend Joe, his personality stuck out to me a lot. When I first seen him I was like, you are a good looking boy, but I was kind of like, I was quite nervous and everything, but he really put me at ease and he made me laugh so much on our first date. And we went to the cinema, right? So we barely even spoke to each other, but like he still made me laugh like an unbelievable amount, and even thinking about it now makes me smile, and that sticks with me. So it helps that he's easy to look at. And I think, without sounding shallow, I mean, you've got to be attracted to somebody, don't you? You've got to like how they look. So I think both, if I'm completely honest, without sounding shallow, both. But personality is so much more important to me. It is. How you treat me is such an important thing. Like, if you're going to be an absolute and you're not going to treat me with any respect, then I'm not going to go anywhere near you. Like, I mean, I did when I was younger because I was not in a good place. But these days, like, it's just like, have respect for each other, eh? Like, I think having respect for women is massively important when it comes to finding a guy kind of thing. So yeah, a bit of both, but personality sticks out more to me, if I'm honest. Does anybody else like uncontrollably dance when they eat? I don't know why I do it, but I do it quite often. I think it's because I get really excited. Is Joe your longest relationship? Yes, by a mile. So before I met Joe, my longest relationship was 4 months. And by relationship I mean boyfriend and girlfriend. Before that I had been seeing a guy for longer, but it was on and off and it was toxic as hell. But relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, 4 months. And Joe I had been with for 3 years and 3 months. So almost 3 years longer than my longest previous relationship. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, these chips are not great. not the best. Best relationship advice: never stop dating each other. Never stop making the effort. So like in the first couple of months of dating where you're so like happy and excited, and obviously these things dull down, like there is a honeymoon period, of course there is, but never stop making an effort with each other. Like don't fall into the trap of just being like, right, well we've got each other now, like you don't really need to make that much effort, because it's not true. Never stop dating your partner, never stop like having a laugh together. Have a lot of like alone time as well, which doesn't sound as crude as I know that it will come across to some people, but like I find it very important. Like me and Joe used to go and stay in a hotel once a month when I lived at home and he lived at home, just so that we had some time together kind of thing. Yeah, have some alone time, like spend like quality time with each other, like, and have a plan so that you're actually excited to spend time together, because the longer you're with somebody, of course you just get settled and you get like comfortable and everything like that, and that's a great part of a relationship. Like I've never had that before and I love it so much, but also it's kind of important just to kind of keep that spark alive and keep each other happy. So yeah, like I said, 100% never stop dating each other no matter how long you're together. Have date nights and everything, like never stop that kind of side of the relationship, because that's fun, it's a lovely side. And yeah, have some quality time together quite often. What advice do you have if you love your partner but you're never in the mood for sex? I'm worried that my anxiety affects this. That's a tricky one, because there are so many different things that could affect your sex drive. It might be the birth control that you're on. It might be your mental state, like you said, you think it's your anxiety. It might be how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your body, like self-confidence and stuff like this. The only kind of thing that I could advise you on is to actually speak to your partner about it. Like they're with you for a reason, they love you for who you are kind of thing. So try and sit down and have an open discussion about it, because they might feel the same way. And even if they don't, they might have some advice for you within your relationship. If it carries on, then maybe even speak to your doctor. I know it can be a wee bit embarrassing and a wee bit uncomfortable, but it might well be something that you're taking, some medication that you're taking. It might, they might be able to help with your anxiety, stuff like that. But yeah, I would say definitely speak to your partner or speak to your doctor, whatever you feel kind of comfortable doing. How do you get past the talking stage or talk to someone? Get past the talking stage, you've really got to find somebody that you really connect with, eh? Like don't be afraid to kind of throw out the possibility of you guys meeting up. Like it doesn't always have to be one-sided. I can't remember, I'm pretty sure Joe asked me out, but if he hadn't, I probably would have just said, oh do you want to like meet up for a drink or something, like, because I personally don't think it has to be all one-sided. So yeah, I think chat to somebody for a while, and then kind of if they're a wee bit too nervous to ask you out, then maybe just throw out the idea of meeting up, or even just kind of like have flirty banter about meeting up and stuff like that, and kind of see where that goes. As far as talking to someone goes, I don't really know what advice to give you on that one kind of thing, because for me, we met online, we met on a dating site, Tinder. Yeah, we met on a dating site. So that's just kind of how we started talking, because you just kind of start talking over Messenger. But don't kind of force these things. If the spark's not there, it's not there. You will find somebody that you know is kind of the person that you're interested in and you want to invest your time in. Everyone's got someone out there for them. It just kind of depends when your person comes along. So don't force these things, but definitely kind of throw out the idea of kind of meeting up and chatting kind of thing. And if they want to ask you out, then they'll ask you out. Sometimes it's a bit difficult for the other person, sometimes they're worried you'll say no or something like that. But yeah, just kind of let these things kind of happen naturally. Don't be afraid to speak up and chat to them about it. If you think that you've been chatting for ages and you both like each other but nobody's asking, maybe even talk to them about it. Just say, oh, what's going on, like, do you want to meet up, or is this just kind of where we're going kind of thing? Especially if you're quite a, I don't know how to explain it. if you're like me, like I don't have time to like date somebody and it never go anywhere. Obviously I don't need to, but like I wouldn't have the time for that if I'm at this age. Like if I'm dating somebody, I would want it to go somewhere. So it's not a bad thing to kind of ask where you stand. So that's kind of all the advice I could give you on that one. If it helps, I've been there myself. Sometimes people just are a dead end, they really are. This next one isn't a question, but it's actually really lovely. It was from one of my friends who had quite a hard time in a relationship last year. Can't remember, last year I think it was. And she just put it out there to everyone that if it doesn't work out, it's for the best, even if it doesn't feel like it is, and it will get better. I spent a lot of time saying this to her. I was like, I don't want to say her name, just I keep wanting to say her name, but I don't want to just in case she doesn't want me to. But yeah, I spent a lot of time chatting over with her, because everything in my life has led me to believe that everything happens for a reason, and I strongly believe that everything that goes wrong is leading you to something better. Everything that goes well is also leading you to something better. There is a plan, and if it doesn't fit in your plan, it's not happening, essentially. And she actually said to me after she sent this in, she was like, it was the best advice you ever gave me, and I will continue to give that advice to everybody, that everything happens for a reason. If it doesn't work out, I can't even imagine how painful sometimes like these kind of things are. I can, because I've been there. I don't know why I'm saying I can't imagine it, because I have. There's been times where I thought I would never get over it, but you do, and I'm so glad I did, because it led me to Joe, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. My ex cheated on me, and I can't help but think that everyone else will too. How do I cope? Really sorry to hear that. That's a shame. I'm really sorry. I know obviously you're not okay, but that's what you kind of say. I hope you're okay. Not everybody is your ex, and this is something that I had to learn as well. And it took me a long time, and it actually took meeting my partner now to kind of unlearn a lot of negative traits that were kind of set in stone with me from my past relationships. But I also don't think that promoting meeting somebody else to save yourself is healthy, because it's not. It just so happened that that's what helped me. You need to kind of try and help yourself rather than have somebody else help you, so that probably wasn't very good advice. Not everybody is your ex. Not everybody cheats at all. I spent a lot of time really struggling with this kind of thing, and especially at the moment in the media, like celebrity couples, and the minute anything happens it's reported, and you start to kind of look around yourself and think that just everybody is just cheating and everybody is just unhappy, and that like love just doesn't exist, and it's not true. It isn't. I don't really know how you kind of pull yourself out of that, but you need to, as like harsh as it sounds, you need to pull yourself out of that mentality that everybody's going to cheat on you, because you're never going to be happy with somebody ever again. You're not. And it's going to be a really unhealthy relationship if you just constantly believe that they're going to cheat on you when they're not, because people don't deserve that. People don't deserve to be treated like a cheater when they're not one, is what I'm trying to say. Try and take some time for yourself. Self-love is very, very important. Like, if you love yourself so much that you know that you don't deserve that, then for me especially, I think good people attract good people. And it doesn't always work like that. I get that. It doesn't always work like that. But I believe that you really have to love yourself, which is such a cliche thing to say, I know it is. But I really, really believe that you've got to love yourself. And I think that now more than ever, you need yourself. You know, you need yourself to pull yourself out of this mentality. Every time you start to think something like that, just tell yourself to snap out of it. Like, genuinely say it out loud, snap out of it, because it isn't true. Contradict yourself. Like, literally contradict yourself. Every time you start to think that, you tell yourself, why am I thinking that is not true? You know, like, there are some really, really, really good people about. There really are. And some beautiful people. And people who are kind and caring, and like who will love you and who will be there for you and love you like you had never thought you'd ever be loved before. Like, honestly, it happens. It's happened for me. It's happened for other people I know, and it'll happen for you. Just remind yourself that not everybody is the same. You wouldn't want to be tarred with the same brush as somebody that has done something bad, so don't do it to other people. Give me a message if you need a chat. I'm not the best at thinking on my feet, so I really hope that's been some kind of like beneficial towards you. But if not, give me a message. Sorry. Is there any traditional values you hold within relationships? Traditional, I'm not really sure. Obviously we touched on sex before marriage earlier, and even though I'm not completely like traditional within that or old fashioned, I would say that I'm kind of in the middle. So that, I guess. Aside from that, not really. It's little things like, if I was to ever get married, I would want the guy to ask my dad first, kind of thing. I would want him to ask my dad if that would be okay first. That's just a really traditional thing, I think, that I would like to happen. But aside from that, not really, I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna end on this one because this is on 26 minutes and I said this was gonna be a quick one. I lied. Would you ever date anyone younger than you? I'm dating somebody younger than me. He's not that much younger than me, he's like 8 months younger than me. But I would probably, the like lowest I would go would be maybe a year, 2 years younger than me, but only if they acted older. Completely, like I would never date somebody younger that acted like a child. Like, no, you've got to act like a grown adult. But no, that's kind of the youngest I would go, like 1 or 2 years. 2 years is even pushing it, I think. I would always want to kind of stick within that. But yeah, as long as they act older, then it's okay. Right, I'm gonna eat my last nugget and then I'm gonna get out of here because I got stuff to do. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for having lunch and a chat with me. I'm just going to leave this here because, like I've said about a billion times, I've got loads to do. But yeah, I love filming these videos mostly because it's an excuse for me to go to McDonald's. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a like, comment, share, etc, whatever takes your fancy. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you do want to join the wee fam I'm creating over here on YouTube, give me a wee subscribe or a lovely bunch so far, and we'd love to have you. Take care and I'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.